sports? Do you like beer? Do you love sports and beer? Then you're exactly where you need to be. This is the Huebs, Views, and Brews show on 1252 Sports Chicago. Cheers.
Hey everyone, welcome on in. It's another Huebs, Views, and Brews here on 1252 Sports. Fred Huebner FatMike. We are live from, I should actually let you say it. You said it so many times yesterday.
So many times yesterday.
Yeah.
Live from 12 to 2. Oh, Jesus.
Live from the Whistle, Sports Bar and Grill.
Sports Bar and Grill Studios. Here's 159.
Definitely beautiful time. We had a great time yesterday. Not as good as the Packers had, unfortunately. We had a great time yesterday at the Whistle. Unbelievable food. Had the mini sliders.
Those were really good.
Mini and sliders. They would just be sliders, shouldn't it be?
Right.
Because mini sliders. But we had been having the breakfast sliders. At least I had. But I had the mini sliders yesterday with the cheese and the grilled onions. Awesome. Great stuff. The beers were great. The Whistle Ale from Obscurity Brewing. Mark, the owner, was wonderful. It's great stuff. You had a bunch of your what's your main
Hunch
drink?
Punch.
Yeah, you had a bunch of Hunch Punches, and I told the server, no more Hunch Punches for you, no more. And I think she listened to me. That's why it took so long for her to get you another one.
Yeah.
But we had a good time. Saw some Packer fans. We were messing with them yesterday, and the Bears were messing with them too for a while. Bears were messing with them for a long time until you got to the fourth quarter, when the Bears get shut out in the fourth quarter and the Packers score 18 points. That cannot happen. The Bears lose another one. They have now lost, 6 in a row, 9 of 10, and they fall to 3-10. Again, I say this every week. Some of the experts this year said the Bears were a 3-win team, and after they started 2-1, we all said, yeah, who's that? What kind of expert is he? Well, they're 3-10, and all reports have them. All the code experts, all the DVOA, and all the other stuff have the hardest remaining schedule this year. They got Philadelphia, they got Buffalo, they got Minnesota, and Detroit in Detroit. After they scored 40 yesterday. Okay. So the Bears may be just a 3-win team. But Mike's happy because they are right now locked into the second pick.
I am happy about that. You can go out and get that. Go out and get that big defensive end out of Alabama.
You got to get someone that can rush the quarterback because Aaron Rodgers was able to do what he wanted to. Unfortunately, he couldn't complete many passes.
No sacks.
0
sacks this year.
There were no sacks in the game because, believe it or not, the Bears' offensive line did not allow Justin Fields to be sacked the first time this year. Did not allow Fields to get sacked. So the offensive line doing better, but the defensive line putrid. Absolutely brutal. Final score, 28-19. Bears won the toss and took the ball, which I don't know. Some people say that's not a bad idea. I think for the most part, it's a miserable idea because you want to get the ball to start the second half. Okay. But the Bears moved downfield and got a Carlos Santos field goal.
Carlos Santos.
Yeah. He missed another extra point yesterday, which I don't know why he's doing that. He's missing a few extra points. He's done it several times.
Also had a blocked field goal.
Yeah, that's right. The blocked field goal was a tough one. I forgot all about that. The Bears actually had a 16-10 lead at the half. They led 19-10 after 3 quarters, and then they couldn't do anything offensively in the fourth quarter. I am so tired of Bears already blaming Matt Eberflus and Luke Getsy. It's like, get off, figure out the game, or don't watch it, or don't call sports radio, or don't be on Twitter or Facebook. Unbelievable how brutal it is. These people, you know who you are.
You people.
That's right. Blaming the coaches at this point. You got to be out of your mind. Look at the injuries the Bears had on the secondary. And a lot of their secondary played pretty well. Jalen Johnson didn't play bad. Then he had the pass interference call. Okay. He did not give up the long touchdown catch or the touchdown catch to Christian Watson was a guy named Hicks. He was covering, which I don't know why, but he was covering Watson on that opportunity.
Who?
Yeah, I know. I think it's Elijah Hicks. Again, I love
Why is he there?
Yeah, I love going into the Sun Times and Mark Potash with the grading the Bears, and he has the secondary held up well. Jalen Johnson, the only starter available. DeAndre Houston Carson with a 7-yard tackle for loss. That was awesome.
Yes.
He just came in down off the right side and gets a tackle for loss. He had good coverage on Randall Cobb. That 4th down pass, he was right there. Johnson had 8 tackles, but I mentioned the defensive pass interference. Josh Blackwell played well. Who? And as you said, Elijah, it's not Elias, it's Elijah Hicks beaten by Watson on that 14-yard touchdown. So it was only 1 touchdown for Aaron Rodgers. He still owns the Bears, okay, but only 1 touchdown. Where you look at the stats for the quarterbacks, Rodgers yesterday, 18 for 31, 182 yards, and 1 touchdown. Fields, 20 for 25, 2 interceptions, but he threw 254 yards. Now, we've been waiting. We've been saying every Monday, we're waiting. Mike's waiting for the 250-yard passing game from
at minimum.
Yeah, at least 250.
Right.
We would love to see 3. We'd love to see 350. But he was able to sit in the pocket. He was able to throw the ball. He had some receivers and a couple of interceptions that one to Equinemius St. Brown. Brown took a while to turn around, didn't come back for the ball. Right. And Fields even mentioned it in the postgame. He said, well, he'll learn to come back for the ball a little bit better and things as they're playing. So, every single week we watch the Bears, you see good and you see bad. You see good things and bad things. Not getting sacked the entire game, good thing.
Good thing, yes. Yeah. Also good thing, like you just alluded to. Finally, we see Justin Fields hack it off for 250 yards. Yep. The one thing I want to see going forward again, it's something to build off.
Right.
A lot of those yards were built in the garbage time in the last 2 minutes of the game where the Bears had the ball, just kind of dicking around. I mean, hell, if I would have made my bet on Cole Kmet yesterday, I would have won bank.
Yes, you would have.
Right? But I didn't bank it. But he still had six receptions for 70-some-odd yards.
72, I think it was, yeah.
He had a nice game yesterday. But, I mean, I had to see that personally.
Right.
To know that Justin Fields can do it with his arm, not just his legs. All right, that's one thing that I want to see. I don't want to see him get killed out there.
Yeah.
If healthy, play him. There was a big contradiction earlier in the week. It's his non-throwing shoulder. He's got an AC impingement, yada, yada, yada. If he's healthy,
you play him.
You play him.
You got to play him. And he's going to play
him.
And he wants to play.
And he came out there yesterday again, balled out, did his thing. And again, like I said at the beginning of the year, what I thought we were going to see out of Justin Fields was what we saw out of dude from Cincinnati.
Joe Burrow.
Thank you. We're going to see those type of games out of Justin Fields as we've seen with Joe Burrow in his rookie year.
Yeah.
Where it's just not enough. He needs that other oomph to get him over the hump. All right. You're going to see that. And think about it. The Vikings game, the Lions game. We had the Jets game. We had this game here.
Yeah.
The game against New England. He won. Washington. All right. The Texans game. We've seen all of these games here. We've seen a handful of games where it's like he's had enough to win those games.
Right.
And just hasn't had enough to win those games.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of Justin Fields and what he's done so far.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned Joe Burrow too. And Joe Burrow didn't have much of an offensive line. He got an offensive line. They're still not great, but he's still look what he's able to throw to Jamar Chase. He's able to throw to Higgins. He's able to throw to Boyd. Boyd dropped a wide open touchdown yesterday in the third quarter. I want to say it was the Bengals, though, again for the third straight time beat the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. Really good game yesterday. But yeah, he needs to get receivers. And right now, Mooney's out. Okay. Got Claypool, who
banged up.
Claypool, who catches a ball over the middle and then fumbles it and hurts his knee. Okay. He did come back in. Claypool for the game had 5 catches, just 28 yards. St. Brown, 3 for 85. Harry, a 49-yard reception, an awesome reception by N'Keal Harry. And Pettis caught 1 for 14. But it was nice to see them spread the ball around. They have to do that. It's for the Bears and for Fields. It's a little bit easier for him when he throws the ball because there's no one to double team anymore.
Right.
Are they going to double team Claypool? Okay, he's not that involved in the offense. And like you said, a lot of the Cole Kmet, he only had 2 or 3 catches until that last drive.
Right.
Then he caught 3 more balls, but 6 for 72. that's what you need from your tight end. And it's nice to see he's playing well. You'll continue to badger him, and because he's doing well.
Right, exactly. And I want to go back to yesterday, and as we're sitting there watching the game yesterday at the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill, 159.
Yes,
got it, nailed it that time.
Yes, you did.
All right, but as we're sitting there watching the game, that first down the left hash to Equimania St. Brown, where Jair Alexander was all over him.
Yeah,
he was on him like white on rice. Justin Fields had the wide open target of David Montgomery behind the defensive line.
Yeah,
sitting there hollering like this, "Hey, I'm open. I'm open." There wasn't even a linebacker in his course. He definitely would have had a first down.
Yeah. Well, that happens to the best.
That's what's going to have to realize, that he right now is his rookie season with a new playbook that he's going to see, not this year, but next year and the year after that. Matt Nagy was a joke.
Yeah,
his playbook was a joke. Let Justin Fields progress and build, and let him do his thing underneath the playbook that's going to be here for a minute.
Yep.
I get it. But that pass was right there, wide open. It's just rookie mistakes.
Yeah.
It's rookie mistakes, and that's what we got to expect from Justin Fields this year.
Now, one of the problems also in this game, fourth quarter, there weren't many penalties in the game. There weren't many penalties at all for either side. I think for the game, there were only a total of 7 penalties, okay? Bears had 5 for 63 yards. But in that fourth quarter, they had back-to-back penalties. The ball was on, it was 1st and 10 on the Green Bay 36. You go, okay, let's go for a stop. What happens? He goes deep. Jalen Johnson gets called for a pass interference, okay? So now it's 38 yards. Next play, there's a hold, 5 more yards. Next play, you get A.J. Dillon going 21 yards for the touchdown, okay? They also had a nice run for Christian Watson. You saw him coming on the jet sweep. They don't run him on the jet sweep a lot. They don't tease it a lot. The Bears just got caught. A receiver makes one block. He goes for the touchdown. The Bears are just not a team that's ready to win right now. And we see that. They're not a team ready to win. They hang tough. They play their tails off, okay? There's a lot of guys getting opportunities that usually would not get opportunities. Right. Who the hell is
Jack Sanborn,
Elijah Hicks, right, and Josh Blackwell. And Jack Sanborn, again, led the team in tackles with 10. Okay?
Pro Bowl. Jack Sanborn, Pro Bowl.
Well, he's
saying it right now.
You would think. The problem is he's a middle linebacker right now. And I'm sure there's many other middle linebackers.
I'll take him. Jack Sanborn starting NFC.
How does he do in flag football? Because that's what they got this year. It's a flag football game.
I think he has 750 tackles.
There you go. In the flag football. They'll just be pulling flags from everywhere.
We were sitting there talking yesterday. We understand every time we see Green Bay come to town, every time we Green Bay, whether it's here in Lambeau or here in Chicago, they kill us on those little screen plays. Every flipping time.
That's okay. They've done it. Ask your dad, okay? When your dad was watching Bears football before you were even considered, okay? The
Packers stain of my daddy's sock.
Yeah, the Packers were throwing screen passes and beating the Bears. They've always done it. It was ridiculous. They've done it their whole career as a Green Bay Packer organization against the Bears, and now the Packers have one more career win than the Bears do. I think it's 787 to 786. But yeah, it is so frustrating.
It happens.
It happens all the time.
Every flipping game.
Yeah. Every game.
It's every game.
It does. Happens all the time.
It doesn't matter whether you have, it doesn't matter if you have Eddie Lacy or Aaron Jones or A.J. Dillon.
Or all of them.
Or all those other backs that they've had.
Yeah.
They have consistently.
John Brockington in the past used to catch a little swing pass. It happens. It always happens. It's so frustrating. I'm sure Paul Hornung, Jim Taylor, little screen pass, and they beat the Bears. I'm sure it happened.
It kills you.
Yeah, it's just absolutely brutal.
It kills
happens all the time. So the Bears lose. They are now 3-10. They get a bye week in week 14.
It's a week that we don't have to work.
All right, a bye week in week 14. That's ridiculous. Right. Okay, so we get to sit and watch the rest of the NFL, maybe on the Red Zone or something like that. And by the way, this is the first year I've had the Red Zone with Scott Hansen instead of the Red Zone on DirecTV with Andrew Siciliano. I love Andrew Siciliano. Great guy. I know him, known him forever. He's been a guest when I was on ESPN 1000 and on the Score and things like that. But the Red Zone with Scott Hansen does such a better job. They just jump around. There were 4 games on it in the afternoon, the later games. They jumped. You saw almost every play in the second half of each game. I'm watching the Niners. Then they go to the Chiefs. Then they go to the Chargers. Then they go back to this. It's unbelievable how good they are. And Scott Hansen doesn't have as much to say because they just keep jumping from one to the other, to the other, to the other. And they don't just show red zone stuff. What they'll do is in the late games, they'll show almost every play. They'll show a play and boom, get this guy. Then boom, jump to the third game. They do an awesome job. And this is the first year I've had a chance to watch it. This week, without the Bears playing, I'll be able to watch all day. I cannot wait to sit and watch the Red Zone. And it'll be fun. And there'll be some good games. Let's see, quick preview of some of the games coming up. Jets and Buffalo, Minnesota, Detroit. That could be good. Philadelphia, the Giants, Kansas City, Denver. That'll be a blowout. Tampa Bay and San Francisco. Miami and the Chargers. That's a Sunday night game. That could be a good one.
It's Sunday for a Sunday night game. That's worth the watch.
Yeah. Last night I didn't even have on. I turned it on just to see, and it was in the fourth quarter was 40-16 or 40-13 or whatever the heck the game it was at that time. But I wanted to throw that in because the Red Zone's been great, and I'm so glad I got it. I got YouTube TV. I talked about this earlier in the season. The Red Zone is $10.99 a month, and you get a bunch of other sports channels which I'll never ever watch. But it's worth it. $10.99 a month,
right?
For it's for what, 4 months, 3 months. So it's not bad. I get it. And on week 17 of the season, I go to YouTube TV, cancel that. So that's gone. So I'll save the money. So my week, the toughest schedule is one of the toughest. They host the Eagles. They host the Buffalo Bills on Christmas Eve. What an awful way to go celebrate your Christmas Eve. Then at New Year's Day, they play the Lions at Detroit. And then they wrap up the season against the Vikings at Soldier Field. And we got some things coming up at the end of the season.
We do. We're going to be here. And we're going to, I know I will be at Stagecoach here on January 1st for the Lions game.
I love Stagecoach, so I'm probably going to be there too.
It's a great time hanging out, having a bunch of food, having a bunch of booze. I cannot wait to dive myself in on some of them rattlesnake bites.
All their food's amazing.
And their pork chop sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But then after that, we're going to be back and live for the Viking game. Live at the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill, 159, 7537 West 159th Street. Didn't say studios time.
We got it right
this
time.
There we go. Mark, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry.
Now, I did not open a beer yet. I've got one right here. We'll do that. We come back, hear from some of our sponsors first. Then we got a little football to talk about, some baseball stuff happening, some soccer stuff. I don't have a lot of beer because I've been doing a bunch of other stuff. Haven't been hitting the breweries.
It's getting everything's ramped up right now.
Yeah,
man. It's winter meetings, it's soccer, it's World Cup.
I just set up my PlayStation in the TV downstairs.
We gotta play some FIFA.
We'll play some FIFA. We'll get that all set up. So we'll talk about all that. We come back after this. Fred Huebner, Fat Mike. It's Huebs, Views, and Brews at 1252.
Fuzzy football, are you ready, brother? Real football action on a glossy game surface played shuffle style. Slide a shuffle puck at pass or run targets, and a free mobile app keeps track of every game detail. Easy to learn, but this game of skill is difficult to master. Take care of the ball or turnovers will kill your drive. The game is guaranteed to get your competitive fire burning, and it's perfectly sized to take anywhere. The park, a barbecue, your next tailgate, or fun at home on game nights. Fozzy football is simply the best, most realistic and competitive game of football available anywhere. Add defense when your skill improves and take the game to the next level. The perfect mix of fast action and real football drama, where a last-second Hail Mary can break hearts or make champions.
Hello, This is Paul from Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. We are located at 1026 South State Street in historic downtown Lockport, Illinois. We are very excited to be partnering up with the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show as well as the 1252 brand because we are one of the few Chicagoland breweries that embrace sports and sports culture. Come in for a fresh brewed beer made right here in Lockport while catching the game of your favorite team. Stay for the live music that we have booked every weekend, or just come for a cozy atmosphere to enjoy a good conversation with a friend, loved one, or complete stranger. Nick and Ivy makes you feel right at home no matter what the occasion is. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook by searching for Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. Visit our website for our up-to-date tap list or to go shopping on our online store at nickivybrewing.com. That's Nikivy brewing.com. Come in today for fresh brewed beer born and raised in Lockport, Illinois.
Stagecoach in Lockport has a unique menu from fresh salads and burgers to venison and steak sandwiches. We feature plenty of appetizers and desserts for a perfect way to start or end your meal. Come into our country western bar and dining room or relax outside on our patio sitting in the heart of downtown Lockport on State Street. We can accommodate both small gatherings and large parties. Offering 16 different beers on tap, frozen margaritas, an extensive bourbon and whiskey menu, and our famous Bloody Marys, you cannot go wrong at Stagecoach. And if you're feeling lucky, come try DJ Bingo on Tuesdays or our Big Pay slot machines all week. Stagecoach is located at 1028 South State Street in Lockport, Illinois. Everyone is a friend at Stagecoach. Hope to see y'all soon.
For the coach.
Welcome back, Huebs, Views, and Brews. Fred Huebner, Fat Mike. And before we talk about some of the guys we saw over at the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill 159 yesterday, this beer is from Nick. Actually, we're both drinking Nick and Ivy beers. He's drinking the Fat Mike, and I'm drinking the Huebner, okay? And it's got a little caricature of me, and it's got...
I'll bring it up close to the camera.
You can see it. There you go. Little caricature of me. It's got a little soccer ball, a little baseball thing, and all that stuff. So very, very cool. And it's a. They had asked me. They said we want to do a beer for you. I said, how about a West Coast IPA? So I was drinking some of this. We stopped over at Nick and Ivy on Saturday morning. We had all. There's the Fat with the big pizza holding on. So that's awesome too. I hadn't had a Fat Mike ever before, because I always like to drink some of the IPAs and stuff like that. So I had a Fat Mike the other day watching the second USA game, and it was really good. Really tasty. There was a guy yesterday on Saturday. Saturday was pretty crowded. We had a good time. Where got some McDonald's. I stopped at the donut shop in beautiful Lockport and got some donuts. Those were awesome. And we had a great time. And then there was a guy drinking Fat Mike's, and I was drinking, Learned on the Street is a stout, like a cookie stout. It is so good. And that's back on tap now at Nick and Ivy. So if you get a chance, stop by. But the Huebner is great. I had a 4-pack in my fridge. I got here. There's a 4-pack here. So
8-pack in there.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. So here, I'm going to drink some, and you can talk about Meathead fans.
Bear Meatheads. Like not only yesterday, but then today. I'm sitting here. I'm driving on into the office here, and I'm listening to our guys over at ESPN.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Carmen.
Yeah, happy birthday, Carmen.
Carmen DeFalco, happy birthday.
DeFalco turns a whopping 46 years old today.
Is it really?
46.
Yeah, I've got a few years on him.
Yeah, I'm a few years younger than him.
I had 19 years on him.
But happy birthday, Carmen. He's our guy.
Yeah.
He's been a good guy with us here at 1252. He's been a great partner.
Yeah.
I say he's hops on with us all the time.
Yep.
Been here live in studio anytime we want.
Still one of our highlights when we had Mark G and Greco here.
Oh yeah, for
all
sure.
Kinds of, we still got some of the alcohol that Mark bought here.
So much alcohol.
Yeah.
Mark bought.
Unbelievable.
But no. Yes, these meatheads are ridiculous. And I get that you're a Bears fan. I understand that you want the best for the Bears, and I understand that you want to see your team win. But yesterday, as we're sitting there doing our show,
well, actually, we're in the bathroom.
We were in the bathroom. The show's over.
Yeah.
Like, everything's done. And there's guys like, fire the coach. And he's like,
I know.
like, what, dude? No.
Yeah.
Like, do you even understand what you're saying?
I know.
Like, fire the coach. Like, you're an idiot.
You hear so much of it.
You hear so much meatheadedness
Yeah.
out of all these Bear fans where it's like, Justin Fields ain't the guy. Get rid of the coach. Luke Getsy stinks. Chase Claypool stinks. Guys, it's a learning year for this Bears team.
And we knew that going in.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
Okay, so fine. Blame me for saying that I thought they were going to win 10 games.
Well, you were delirious.
I was.
Yeah.
I was delirious.
Yeah.
I drank the Bears Kool-Aid.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, you drank the Bears.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's crazy. You can't, and look, all the injuries they've had, you go up and down. They've had injuries almost on everything. Okay, here. Quarterback, Fields was hurt for a while. Running back, Khalil Herbert's out. Receivers, Darnell Mooney done for the year. Offensive line, Borum's hurt, and they've had some other stuff. Defensive line, they got a bunch of young guys. You don't even know who the hell they are.
Right.
Linebackers, they got rid of Roquan Smith. Not that we
got rid of Robert Quinn.
Right, yeah. We don't miss Roquan Smith because Jack Sanborn, again, they put him here, a one-man wrecking crew in the first half, 10 tackles and a tackle for loss. Secondary, everybody's hurt in the secondary. Even Eddie Jack would have been able to hit a guy. He wouldn't have been able to wrap up, but he would be able to hit a guy yesterday. That would have been nice. Special teams, well, the special teams haven't hurt. But there's injuries on everything. Now, I know everybody has injuries. Okay, I'm a Niner fan. I'm watching Jimmy Garoppolo go down and break his foot. And Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick of the draft.
Kicking ass.
Yeah, played very well. And so it shows you sometimes it's the offense, not necessarily the quarterback, that can do the thing. So if you manage a game, people use it for years. People said game managers, it was a bad thing to be a game manager. No, it's not. It's a great thing to be a game manager. If you can go out there and do what you're supposed to do and get the ball where it's supposed to be, you can win games.
Yeah.
Always can.
So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
On the news of the Brock Purdy, Jimmy Garoppolo situation, on the other side of the United States, Carolina Panthers, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Does John Lynch go after Baker Mayfield?
I would say no, but at this point,
why not?
At this point, they could be doing it right now. We just don't know. I wouldn't go after him. Brock Purdy did the job. They drafted him. He knows the playbook. He came in that whole game.
Though.
He came in that whole. Basically, he was there the whole game because he got hurt early. Garoppolo was in for a field goal by Robbie Gould. The rest of the offensive points were out when Brock Purdy was out there. He threw a touchdown to Juszczyk. He threw well. He also had a play like you were talking about where he threw down the right sideline. And on the replay, you could see McCaffrey blocked and then got out on the other side of the D-line with nobody in front of him. But he wasn't looking that way. He was looking the other way.
Right.
And that's what happens with young quarterbacks. So they get
they're young. They're dumb. They need to get –
Niners play Tampa Bay next week.
It's going to be a good game.
Tampa's got a pretty good defense. It's in San Francisco. We'll see how that one turns out. But I would say no, but who knows? Things happen. We may have missed it. Maybe they've done it already. We'll have
I'm
to wait
taking San Fran with the points in that game.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter where it's at.
Yeah. Carolina's at Seattle. There's a lot of buys. Next week, the buys: Atlanta, the Bears, Green Bay, Indianapolis, New Orleans, and Washington. 6 teams on buys in week 14. Just crazy. They should all be in the middle of the season. Have all the buys weeks 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. That's it. All over with. 100%. Have it all over with. I've been saying this for 30 years.
I agree with you.
So whenever I got a chance to get radio.
That's the old man in me. That's the old man that is you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I agree with you.
Yeah, which is amazing. So anyway, the Bears get the Eagles coming up when they come off the bye. 3 of the next 4 at Soldier Field, including that game coming up on December 18th. And then Christmas Eve, New Year's Day. Geez, it's a weird schedule for the Bears. Yesterday, before the game, and I mentioned this yesterday when we were doing the before the game, when we had our guy Harry Berg on with us, and Harry actually liked the second half over on Bears points at 10 or 10.5. The Bears scored 3, so wasn't the greatest of Harry's picks. He has a lot of good ones. That wasn't one of them. I had a 5-leg parlay yesterday. Okay, I had Jacksonville and Detroit betting the over. The over was 51. The final 40-14. They scored 54. I had the Jets in Minnesota over 44. Final Minnesota 27, the Jets 22. That's 40. So I won that one. I had Tennessee, Philadelphia over 44.5. Philadelphia, 35-10. That's 45. Covered by half a point. I had Cleveland -8. For the long time, it looked good because Deshaun Watson did not look really good in the first half of that game. But Cleveland comes back. They win 27-14. So now I've got 4 of the 5 legs. The last leg is the Giants on the money line. Giants just need to win and beat the Commanders. Commanders score a touchdown. They go to overtime. They get set up for a 56-yard field goal. The Giants do next to the last play of the game, and it's short. So I go, damn it. But PointsBet is who I bet with. And when you have a 5-leg parlay and there's a tie, they take that one out. So you win a 14 parlay. Instead of winning $89, I won $44. Again, I only spent $3. I'm a cheap gambler. Okay, $3. But earlier this year, I bet $4 in a baseball thing. I won $404. So it can happen. You can win money. People say parlays, you're never going to win. Well, I won $41, so I'm happy. But that was fun. It's fun. And I didn't bet teams this week, just overs. And like I said, I covered by a half, covered by 3, covered by 2.5.
Right.
But it was fun keeping an eye on it.
Yeah,
At the whistle, because the whistle, as we talked about, the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill 159.
So many TVs.
22 we could see, and then 4 others that were there, so situated so other people could see. We had a great time. Bears fans, Packer fans were there. Place was jumping. It was really crowded, and we had a good time. It wasn't crowded. It was crowded at the start, or full at the start, crowded by halftime.
Oh, yeah.
Which amazes me that people are going to go watch a game and they don't get there till later.
Well, you couldn't at halftime. You couldn't buy a seat at that place.
No.
I mean, it was packed.
Yeah.
Every seat in the house was absolutely jam packed. They do a great job there for our Bears games, and it was a lot of fun too. Like hanging out. Everybody, we got guys off to our left, off to our right, really engaging themselves in the show, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it was a ton of fun.
There were a lot of fun people there, a lot of nice groups and stuff like that. So anyway, Bears 3-10. Maybe they are a 3-win team. I only see them if they get a chance. They can maybe beat the Lions, but the Lions are playing well. They're at home in that game on January 1st, and that is they scored 40 yesterday. So
the Lions already beat us once.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't.
And that was a close one too.
Yeah, I don't see us beating them again.
That was
see us getting there.
30-30.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so that was very close. Bears have lost a lot of close games, but hopefully some good things happen as they go forward. Okay, let's talk some baseball. Okay. A lot of people asked me why we didn't talk about Jose Abreu last week. Okay, I knew Jose Abreu was leaving. There's a lot of White Sox fans that are upset. But then when the season starts, they say, well, we need Andrew Vaughn and Gavin Sheets both to play. Okay, well, you can't have all those guys on your team and get them all playing time.
Right.
Now Andrew Vaughn can play first. Gavin Sheets.
You lost the DH.
Yeah. Basically. So good for Jose Abreu. He's going to the Houston Astros, world champs again. Okay. He's going to the Astros. That's a good thing for him. He's getting an opportunity. He'll get an opportunity to play and to win. And I'm happy for him. Lots of stuff going on in the last couple of days, including today. Justin Verlander to the Mets.
$86 million.
$86 million for 2 years.
$43 million a year.
I don't know what's going on with the Texas Rangers. They just continue to be stupid. They give 5 years to Jacob deGrom.
I don't get that at all.
How do you do that?
Why are you going to go? How much was it? It was 5 years, 100 and what?
I didn't even look at the money. I just saw 5 years and I laughed.
So he's going to get $37 million a year to pitch 100 innings a year.
Yeah, because he gets hurt He gets hurt constantly
every time.
What did you say? He hadn't pitched. He hadn't pitched over 90.
Yeah.
It's
filthy right now, Jacob deGrom.
Yeah,
that contract. Let Texas be Texas. Just like the Browns are going to Brown. Just
Yeah,
it's exactly what type of contract they gave him.
Right. It's crazy.
It's a dumb ass contract.
Yeah, really stupid. Earlier today, Trey Turner not coming to the Cubs. Trey Turner, 11 years, $300 million
to the Phillies.
They got their guy. $300 million.
They got their guy. I mean,
listen,
come on.
Yeah, and I mean they hung tough. They played well in the playoffs and everything else. Bryce Harper to get him healthy, it'll be nice to see. The White Sox, they get Mike Clevenger. Now, Mike Clevenger is weird and very antsy on the mound, and But he's coming off 2 Tommy Johns. He did pitch last year at a 4.40, I want to say, ERA for the Padres. Maybe I would much rather have Johnny Cueto than Mike Clevenger, but it looks like Cueto's not going to be around. Clevenger will be in the rotation. A lot of people think that the White Sox in the winter meetings, which start today, I think, started today.
Last night.
So they actually, a lot of people think the Sox may make a move and move Lucas Giolito. I wouldn't be against that. I wouldn't be against that.
I would be surprised.
You would or wouldn't be?
I wouldn't.
No, either would I. I wouldn't be surprised at anything they do right now. Michael Kopech, you can't keep him healthy. Do you want him to stick around? You got Crochet, who's going to be coming off his injury. A lefty who they're still not ready to start. So that's going to be interesting. And it's another long season of aggravating White Sox baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then you got the Cubs who
haven't done shit.
Now, I was listening to Jesse Rogers yesterday. Jesse Rogers was on with the guys over on ESPN 1000 before the football games yesterday. And Jesse was saying he thinks that there's a possibility that Dansby Swanson could come to the Cubs.
I heard that. I heard that. Out of all the shortstops that are hot and about right now, obviously Trey Turner's already off the list. So you got Dansby Swanson, Xander Bogaerts, and Carlos Correa. Out of those three, the main guy that I want is Xander Bogaerts.
Okay.
Higher average, decent enough glove shortstop, hits a lot of homers, gets a lot of RBIs, on base percentage through the roof. That's the guy that I want.
Okay.
Dansby Swanson is last on my list out of the shortstops.
That's the guy you'll get.
You know, I'm being serious.
I know he's probably going to be. He's the one that has about now. If Atlanta makes him a decent offer, he'll probably stay in Atlanta.
I hope he stays.
But apparently, his fiance plays soccer for the Red Stars.
Okay.
Well, so
Mia Hamm played soccer too. We got Nomar, and he was beat to shit.
He was not good, but Dansby Swanson actually started to put up numbers now.
Well, I mean,
power and things like that.
I could put up numbers
in baseball,
sandwiched in between, Ozzie Albies, Marcell Ozuna.
Yeah, they got a pretty good
Acuna,
team. Yeah,
Freddie Freeman.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, the list goes on and on.
I miss baseball already. I know,
me too.
I miss baseball.
You and I could put up numbers sandwiched in between that lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, what the hell?
Probably could.
That's all we're seeing is fastballs.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We can put wood to ball on that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on.
I miss baseball.
Me too.
Yeah. As I mentioned, I don't have a lot of beer stuff. So we come back after hitting our other sponsors. We'll talk.
Uh-oh.
Mike has had an opportunity to watch soccer actually for the first time, top level soccer. That's where you get in the World Cup. So we come back. We're talking about some of our soccer experiences, watching the games over the last couple of weeks with the World Cup going on over in Qatar or Qatar, however you want to call
Qatar.
it. Or they call it Qatar, whatever. So we'll do that. We come back. Fat Mike, Fred Huebner, Huebs, Views, and Brews, Monday nights right here on 1250.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Darren, licensed real estate broker with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group in Homer Glen. Are you looking to buy or sell? Have you been disappointed in the past? The Jonathan Darren team with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group focuses on providing you with a concierge level of service during the process of buying or selling. We are a service-oriented team with a fresh and professional approach to selling real estate. Our goal is to combine knowledge, skills, and passion to exceed our clients' expectations, and most of all, we truly care. We are a knowledgeable real estate team focused on offering expertise and innovative solutions for our clients. The Jonathan Darren team has 5 full-service real estate brokers and a dedicated full-time marketer servicing all of Chicagoland. We will customize a detailed plan around your timeline for a sale, purchase, investment, estate, or other needs. Real estate transactions can be stressful, but don't need to be. Let us handle it for you. Visit our website, homesbyjdt.com, or call 708-308-1938 today. Expect better in real estate. Choose the Jonathan Darren team.
Hi, this is Kathy O'Connell at Coach's Corner, located at 8118 West 143rd Street in Orland Park. Our phone number is 708-364-1026. We are Orland Park's #1 sports bar. Come in for our wonderful beer menu and seltzers with a fully stocked bar. Watch a game, drink a beer, and try something off our amazing menu. We have everything to choose from: nachos, potato skins, and our house-made bar chips to start off with. Then try our tacos, burgers, and one of our delicious sandwiches. And don't leave without trying our famous jumbo wings. They do not disappoint. Coach's Corner. It will sure to become your local bar. Again, we are located at 8118 West 143rd Street in Orland Park. Come see us today.
Hey, this is your girl Ruby from Habano Cigars in Homer Glen, Illinois. We are the best cigar lounge around. From Davidoff exclusives to anything Placencias, from rare Opus X's and everything in between. We literally have it all. And if it's not here, we'll get it for you. Here at Habano Cigar Lounge, we host amazing and exceptional events on the last Thursday of every month. That includes free food, raffles, prizes, and giveaways. We're open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, Friday and Saturday 9 to 11, and on Sunday 10 to 10 p.m. Again, we are located at 133 West 143rd in Homer Glen, Illinois, so drop by and give us a call today, 708-590-6473. Habano Cigars, Homer Glen. It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Welcome back in Huebs, Views, and Brews Monday nights here on 1252. Fat Mike, Fred Huebner. Next week, I can pretty much guarantee you we're going to have a beer guest, talk a lot more beer because the Bears have a bye.
Yep.
So next week, we'll try to talk a lot more beer. It is Huebs, Views, and Brews. I'm drinking the Huebner today. He's drinking the Fat Mike. Very appropriate because it's Huebner and Fat Mike right here. So we're having a good time, Nick and Ivy. We had a great time the last week. We've had a lot of fun going on over to Nick and Ivy and watching soccer. Now, I became a soccer fan. People asked me the other day. I don't know if I even told you this. I hated soccer. I grew up in Cicero, hated the game, thought it was stupid. My friend used to call it, he goes, the immigrants come over and play soccer. It was funny because he said that because he played soccer. My buddy Bob Liptak, who passed away a couple years ago. It was his birthday over the weekend. Bob, happy birthday up in heaven.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Yeah. But so I hated the game. And then when I was at Morton East in Cicero, they actually went downstate, finished second in the state to Harrison High School from the city in the state high school tournament. Still didn't convince me to like soccer. In 1990, I was already, I was working at Sports Phone. Sports Phone probably just ended. I was sitting at home doing nothing, collecting unemployment, watching the World Cup. I said, okay, I watched the World Cup. It was on TBS, and they put commercials. They would just, ball go out of play, there's a commercial, okay? Because the games were taped. They were all in Italy. They played the games at night. So I watched them. Bob Neal, who was the NBA announcer at that time for TBS, and Mick Luckhurst, who had been the kicker for the Atlanta Falcons. They were the announcers. So I watched the games. I understood the game. I learned the offside rule, which is you and Paul, we're figuring out the offside rule. But I learned it. I threw myself into the game and I loved it. So by 1994, when the World Cup came to the United States, I knew backup players from Cameroon. I knew everybody coming off the bench for Poland. I didn't know how to say their names, but I knew who they were. Okay. So that was awesome. And I've been a fan ever since. I called Chicago Fire games 2 and 07, and then whole seasons in 08 and 09. Big Chicago Fire fan. And I love the World Cup. I went to the World Cup in 2006. So lots of great stuff. But the World Cup came up, and Mike started playing FIFA.
Yeah.
Not FIFA 22, but FIFA 21.
Yeah.
Okay. So he started playing FIFA 21. I just picked up FIFA 22 the day it came out. Of course I did.
Yes, I get the free one.
Yeah. No, that's not bad at all. So he starts learning the game. And when we're watching soccer, Mike throws comments in like, he's good with his feet. And Paul just laughs his ass off. And then he goes, nice tackle. Because that's what the announcers in FIFA say.
Yeah.
So, but let me ask you a question, because this is the first time you've had an opportunity to actually watch soccer and kind of understand it. You gave it an opportunity. What are your thoughts about the game? Now, This is top level.
Right.
These are the best players in the world playing for their countries. So they're busting their ass trying to play as well as they can. You don't always get that. Major League Soccer, I looked at it today. Major League Soccer is the 15th ranked league in the world. Okay, it's the English Premier League, the German League, Spain, Italy, France, and it goes on from there.
Okay.
Major League Soccer, where the Chicago Fire play here in the States, is 15th. There's a lot of others in between. But what are your thoughts about soccer, the World Cup? How have you enjoyed these games?
Seriously, honestly, I never thought that I would divulge myself so deeply into something that I knew nothing about. And honestly, I love everything that's been going on in the World Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been glued to it. Argentina has been awesome. The Netherlands have been great. Germany being knocked out. Poland.
I wasn't happy about that, but yeah.
Poland.
Yeah.
I'm Polish.
Yeah.
To see them going on. France has been a nightmare to face up against.
They're really good.
USA.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Like I said this the other day too. As soon as we left Nick and Ivy, USA needed to win that game because somebody like me, excuse me, burp.
That's okay.
But USA needed to win that game to have the maximum exposure,
right,
to fulfill the United States and to fill the hearts of the United States people. Even if you didn't know about FIFA or soccer or anything like that, if they would have won that game, I guarantee you next week going into Friday, Saturday's games, everybody would be wearing USA headbands, USA shirts, and getting that name out there across the biggest sport in the world, which in America here is NFL,
right?
But I mean, everywhere else, it's
everywhere else,
soccer.
absolutely everywhere else.
It's been absolutely unbelievable for somebody who knows nothing about it. Sitting down and watching Japan and France or Argentina, Messi has been unbelievable.
Yep, he's really
I'm
good.
pretty sure he has a goal every game so far. He is like he is literally like the Wayne Gretzky of the soccer universe.
Yeah.
Morocco's been fantastic. So many teams have been so good. I watching it. I love the competition.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm still waiting for one of those guys to do one of these where they run and kick it.
The bicycle kick?
Yeah. For a goal?
Yeah.
I want to see one of those.
The USA guy tried it the other day.
It's going to turn out to be somebody with a man bun. I'm going to be really upset.
Walker Zimmerman tried it. He's got a man bun. He tried it the other day.
So, I mean, but it's still a lot of fun. It's been awesome, man. It's been fantastic.
Now, France beat Poland 3-1 on Sunday. England 3-0 over Senegal. Now, France and England play each other. I can't even imagine what's going on in France and in England gearing up for this game because England, as I said, England's the top league of the world, the English Premier League, and that's going to be crazy. That's a Saturday game at 1:00. Wherever you get if you get a chance, watch the game. Okay, it's going to be a wonderful
Nick
game.
and Ivy.
Yes, I'm thinking about it. Nick and Ivy 1:00 on a Saturday, perfect time. Okay, today, I'm sorry, Croatia wins on penalty kicks. And then Brazil just beats the heck out of South Korea.
It's 4-0 or something. Like that.
It was. So it's a game that would just easily winnable for Brazil. You knew that it was going to be because South Korea.
Morocco, Spain tomorrow. That's going to be a tough game.
Morocco and Spain. Spain advanced. Portugal and Switzerland plays tomorrow. Switzerland has a guy that plays for the Chicago Fire. His name is Shaqiri, number 23. He wears for Switzerland. He scored a goal. He's had some nice assists. I cannot wait for the Portugal-Switzerland game on Tuesday. Then on quarterfinals, like I said, Netherlands, Argentina on Friday.
For that.
Friday, Netherlands and Argentina. Saturday is England and France. Sunday, Croatia, Brazil. I mean, some great games. These are quarterfinals. They advance. They get into the semis. It's so much fun. And it happens once every 4 years. Now, in the other 2 years later, they have the Euro Championships, where all the countries in Europe have a tournament.
Right.
Similar to the World Cup. It's exciting. It's fun. It's going to be in Germany 2024, and my passport goes to 2025. So there's a good chance I can try to get out there. And I cannot wait. Just going through Germany for 3 weeks.
I might have to hop on that.
Oh my God! It's
a long plane flight though.
But then you get to drink for like 3 weeks.
I'm cool with that.
German beer. Yeah, it's good stuff.
As long as it's not a Hefeweizen.
You could drink that if you want. You're a Hefeweizen fan. So we'll talk more about the World Cup. Obviously, by next Monday, let's see, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday afternoon next week, it will be the last quarterfinal game. And it's about the World Cup and everything else as it gets into the sun, things like that. So we'll do a lot of that next week. Until then, Bears have the bye week. We're going to be able to sit and watch football on Sunday. We'll talk a lot about that next Monday. I'm drinking the Huebner. You're drinking the Fat Mike. Anything else you want to hit before we get out of here?
No. Pretty much. You covered it all, my man. You covered it all.
Yeah, you think you're going to sign anybody?
I hope so. I'm really hoping for Xander Bogaerts.
Yeah, we saw earlier today. You posted,
really hoping for Xander Bogaerts.
Earlier today, Mike posted a video, reposted a video of Xander Bogaerts talking about how he always watched the Cubs growing up.
I would love to see that guy. What's wrong with 285, 20 homers, 85 RBIs, and a 290 average? I mean, that's exactly what the Cubs need. But talking baseball, like, you know me, baseball is my number one. I love football, just not as much as I love baseball, man. Yeah. It will always and will forever be my number one. With this Cubs team right now, I was talking with my father and I was talking with my younger brother, Travis. We always talk baseball. It was like any signing that you could possibly get this year for the Cubs and anybody in free agency does not hit as much as the signing of John Lester said you were going for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That signing when the Cubs went out there and they signed John Lester, it was like, we are going for it.
Sure.
There is not one player out there in free agency right now that indicates the Cubs. It doesn't matter if it's Aaron Judge.
Not even Carlos Rodon?
Nope.
No?
Come on, Carlos Rodon. Get out of here. Come on. No, come on. No, not Aaron Judge, not Carlos Rodon. None of those players that are out there right now indicate if it were to be signed.
Aaron Judge doesn't tell you they're going for it? Okay.
No. Because, I mean, seriously, you need the Cubs' main lack right now is pitching.
Yeah.
They have.
Which has been for like
5 years.
Until when they won. They were good.
Right.
Yeah, they had the pitching.
Now, last year, we have guys like Albas or Caleb Killian.
Right.
We got Newski. We got this Palooka and this Palooka. No.
They'll be in the bullpen for
Kyle Hendricks saucing up a fucking 5 ERA. We don't need that anymore.
Last year.
He was
bad and then hurt.
He's been terrible for a long time.
Yeah.
Nothing's like throwing 90 miles an hour. Marcus Stroman. You paid this guy for what?
I know.
He's not.
The day Marcus Stroman got signed by the Cubs, I ripped it on ESPN 1000, and I had all these people telling me how good he was going to be.
He's you know what he is?
He's a 3.
He's a poor man's Ted Lilly.
Okay. He's
Remember
a 3.
Ted Lilly?
Yeah, I do.
15 and 13.
He couldn't throw to first.
13 and 10.
He couldn't throw to first.
No. Neither could Lester, though.
No, I know.
That's exactly what he is. He's a poor man's Ted Lilly. The guy that goes 15 and 12, 15 and 13, 13 and 15, 11 and 12. He's not making or breaking your team.
Right. So next week we'll have baseball winter meetings.
Yeah.
We'll have soccer.
Oh, thank God.
We'll have regular football. We'll have all kinds of stuff to talk about next week. So don't forget, Mike's going to try and show on Wednesday.
I will be here on Wednesday.
We got the hockey show tomorrow night with Matt and Andrew. So make sure you catch that.
That will be a go as well.
All on 1252 Sports. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitch, YouTube, Spotify,
Twitter, Facebook,
all that stuff. You can find us everywhere. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking us out. We'll be back next Monday on Huebs, Views, and Brews. Until then, enjoy soccer.
Give the Forrest Gump play, Fred. Here we go. Forrest Gump.
Thank you for listening from 1252 Sports Chicago.